Welcome to the shop, where today I'm taking a look at and installing the new Extreme Metal Products or EMP speed shifter for the new Polaris razors. Now I'm installing this in the Razor 900S, and I went ahead and taken the liberty to unbox everything. I've got everything laid out in front of me on the table here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot to it. It comes with your bracket for your shifter. It comes with a cover that goes over it. Make everything look good and make it look kind of like factory fit. It comes with your actual shifter, your little pivot. It comes with the new shifter ball. It's got a round ball instead of you ain't got to use the factory one back. It comes with all the nuts, bolts. It even comes with the little push pins that's needed for install. It comes with a little spring. It's just got everything you need to install is in here. With all 5 push pins and the 2 Torx bolts removed, the console should just lift out. With the cover out of the way and access to the shifter, we can take a screwdriver and remove this little key here. That's what holds your shifter cable on. You don't want to lose nothing here, so be careful and save your washer. That way you can put it back on. With that off, we can go ahead and remove this little C-clip. Again, I just took a screwdriver, slipped it off. Then we can slide the old shifter off, and we're done with it. Now you're going to want to save these bushings that come out of the old shifter. You're going to want to reuse them on the new one. Next, I want to pull this wiring with my thumb here back out of the way. I'm going to take the new shifter bracket, slide it over the shifter pivot, and slide it into place. I'm going to take this plate that's included. It's drilled and tapped for the 2 bolts. Now, we can slide this plate down the back side of the shifter and use these existing holes to mount our new shifter bracket. Now with the new shifter bracket in place and the bolts tightened down, we're ready to install the shifter. Next, before installing this shifter, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the shifter out here on the table. I'm going to go ahead and put this spring on first. Just slip it into that hole. Then you've got a small hole here. Then I'm going to take the bolt and the nut. I'm going to tighten it down. Now on this nut and bolt, you don't want to over tighten it. You just want to tighten it so it don't come loose and it ain't got a lot of play in it. It's nice and tight. But you want to have enough flex in it so when you go to change gears, all you got to do is push it and you can adjust back and forth. Now, with the top part of the shifter installed, I'm going to go ahead and I want to remove this little pin from the stock shifter. And I'm going to reinstall this in the new EMP speed shifter. And I'm going to put it in backwards of what it was factory because it looks like it would work better. I'm not positive. I may have to change that in a minute. But it looks like it'd work better like that to me. Looks like it'd line up better. And this is what this assembly should look like once you get it put together. And now we're ready to install this back on the RZR. Now first things first, before installing this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the factory bushings back into the new shifter. And with the new bushings in, I'm going to install the shifter like this right here. Just slide it up, spin it, slide it back where she goes. Then once you get it on, you can take your little clip here and just slide it back in place. Then your shifter. Alright, and I had the RZR in neutral to start with. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put my shifter cable in place. I'm going to go ahead and put the washer back on it. Then put the little clip back in place. That's just like it was from the factory. Now we can go ahead and install the shifter knob. With it installed, we can test out our shifter. Now with all this installed and the shifter cable adjusted so that this is in the neutral position when it's at rest. Low, neutral, high, park, everything works perfect. All you gotta do is slap it. If you want to go from low to high, you gotta push it over and pull it back. If you want to go from high to low, slap it and you're in low. If you're say you're going forward and you get in a bad spot, you need to reverse real quick, all you gotta do is slap it. You slap it, you're in reverse, take off, you're gone. You want to put it in park, you push it up and over, put it in park. If you want to lock it, like if you're standing in a hotel overnight, or if you're leaving this outside overnight and you want to put some kind of lock on it, you can lock your shifter in place right here. And that could deter theft or something other. If you're in park, on the back, you're in reverse. Just one click. If you want to go neutral, one click. If you want to go low, slap it all the way back. If you're in reverse, you want to go low real quick, just slap it. If you're in low and want to go to reverse, like I said before, slap it. You're good to go. If you're in a bad spot, you ain't got to worry about missing the gear. You ain't got to worry about counting. You ain't got to worry about looking down at your shifter. You ain't got to worry about none of that because it's automatic. You either got low or reverse. If you want to go forward or reverse, it's up to you. Just slap it. Now, with that installed, all we got to do is put everything back together. Just like when taking it apart. This one's got harnesses, so it's a little different than yours. If you've got seat belts, still got the stock seats. Like the harnesses, you got to feed through here. The seat belts, you kind of do too. But anyway, this just gets over and sits right back down where it was to start with. With that back down where it was, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start these two Torx bolts. I ain't going to tighten them down yet, I'm just going to start them. I like taking it apart, there's one on both sides. Then with that done, I'm going to go ahead and install all my push pins. I'm going to go ahead and tighten down these two Torx bolts. You don't want to over tighten those, just tighten them up snug. With that done, we can slide the new cover over the shifter. Then we can install the included new plastic body rivets. with those installed, we're ready to put the seat backs in it. We can go riding. But anyway, that's all there is to it.